Winter in northern Montana, northwestern Montana, north of Missoula. This is it till probably about May. Lots of snow, lots of ice. Minus 28 here the other day. I need a four-wheel drive. So, you're here for this, not the weather. 2023, short wheelbase. It's got the all-wheel drive system, the high output 4-cylinder, 2-liter, twin turbo. It's all new for the Sprinters in 2023. The V6 turbo diesel, no bueno. That thing, it's not offered anymore. They've gone to a total 4-cylinder lineup. They got a gas and 2 turbos. They got a low and high output. And this is the high output, so it's got, let's see, 208 horsepower, 332 foot-pounds of torque versus the V6 turbo diesel that it replaced, which was 188 horsepower and 325. So it's got 20 more horsepower, 7 more foot-pounds of torque. So I'll cut to the chase. If you're here to hear about real-world performance, don't worry. This thing seems to have a lot more seat-of-the-pants power, off-the-line towing, going up hills, passing on the freeway at freeway speeds, no issue, right? In fact, compared to my 2021, this thing would smoke it. I mean, it is that much faster than that. That 9-speed transmission, I can't say enough good things about it. It's very seamless, smooth shifting. And it's geared really low, so when you come off the line, it shifts 2 or 3 times before you even get to 25 miles an hour. I mean, it's really geared low, so that really helps boost the performance right there. So anyway, I'm very pleased with the new motor and transmission combination. 5,000-pound factory tow hitch, step up, half step, you will need that. This thing's tall. Just doing a little measuring. Same 10.5-foot bed. Nothing really much has changed. This is the blue-gray color. Kind of looks gray, kind of looks blue. It's not my first choice, but it's growing on me. I don't really care that much about color. You can see the all-wheel drive is quite a bit higher, 3.5 inches. These are all season Michelins. They do terrible in the snow. I'm going to replace them with some winter tires and probably go a little bigger. These are 30-inch. I'm going to go to 31, so 1/2 inch more. I should still have about 3/4 of an inch there, so no possibility of rubbing. Guys are putting big tires. They're putting 32s, 33s, 35s even. And they have to cut this back and relocate the mud flat. I'm not going to do all that. I'm going to hack on my new van. But you do what you do, right? Everything else on the interior, pretty much the same. This has the 2-stage, so it's got a hold open right there. I think that's an option. Passenger seat, 6-way. Pretty good, real well bolstered. These are upgraded seats. It's got the leg extension, 6-way lumbar. I think they tilt, they move forward, of course, up and down, and the backrest reclines, and they're 6-way, so you can set them up like you want, and they're manual though. Power windows and door locks, of course. Go inside real quick. If you're familiar with the 2019 Sprinters in general, gas, of course. Man, I got to get some side steps. Electric heated mirrors, that's standard. Folding mirrors, that's optional. If you're familiar with the 2019, then this will look pretty much like the previous few years. So your speed control. This is not the adaptive speed control, unfortunately. I wanted that. A little touchpad there to control your screen there on the dash. Let me start it. This side is your phone and infotainment right there. This is a smaller screen. They got a 10-inch. Mercedes is kind of out of them, so a lot of them I'm seeing have the smaller screen. That's an option. And you got your climate control. It's manual though, it's not automatic. And there's no zones, of course, because it's a truck. But this truck is medium priced. It was 67 and some change, almost 68. And they get all the way up to about 75 if you really load them up. And you can get them down below 60 if you eliminate a lot of options. The all-wheel drive and the high output motor is a package. That's $12,000. So not cheap, but not too bad. I mean, compared to a full size, like a half-ton or even a 3/4 ton truck, they're very similar in pricing. So you could get an F250 or you could get one of these, But anyway, that's it. This is a nice little pod up here. It does a bunch of stuff. I believe this is an upgrade. Little pockets up here. This one has USB and Apple Connect. What else? Yeah, we drove it back, high wind conditions, from Colorado to Montana. We went through a hell of a rainstorm that lasted hours. And then that turned to snow. And there was a big winter storm that the weather reporters failed to mention. I don't know how they missed that one. But it was a heck of a storm. It dumped quite a bit of snow. And once we got into the mountains coming into Montana, it was bad. I mean, and this chugged right through it. High winds too, 60-mile-an-hour crosswinds. And the stability control, I guess, was doing its thing. It does stuff, right? And it's kind of disconcerting at first. I mean, you're driving along and the wind gust hits you and then the van does a correction. And you're kind of not in control. You're just along for the ride. So it can startle you. But overall, I guess you're going to get used to that. It's been around for a couple of years now. And it hasn't flipped anybody on its side yet. So I guess it's doing its job. Go out and listen to the engine out there. But you can hear in here. Let me close the door. How quiet is it in here? It's much quieter than the V6 turbo diesel that I had previous to the 2021. Very smooth. Shifts really nice. The shifting in this thing is buttery smooth. Here's the engine bay. See the twin turbos. No vibration hardly. No jumping around, nothing like that. Not a lot's changed in here other than the engine. This engine's been out for a few years. Same with the transmission. They've used it, Mercedes has used it in their SUV lines. So it's got some history to it, and I'm sure some bugs worked out of it. It's not brand new like a lot of people think. It's brand new for the Sprinter, but it's not a brand new engine for Mercedes. Same with the transmission. So anyway, if that's all you're concerned, a lot of you have been mentioning on the forums, on YouTube, people are wanting to know about real world feedback. I would say, don't worry. It has plenty of get up and go. You will not be disappointed. It is not a step down in power and torque in any way, shape, or form. It's an upgrade. And I feel that this truck or van has more than enough power to do what I need it to do. I'm going to be towing And I travel around a lot in mountainous terrain, climbing all the time. And the speed limit around here is 80 in Montana, so you got to be able to keep up with traffic. And I've already had this up over 90, no problem. It had a lot to go. So I'm very happy with it so far. So anyway, that's some real world driver feedback, I guess, from the road. And so if you're thinking about one of these, start looking around. They're, you know, in short supply, and the dealers have marked them up quite a bit, anywhere from $8,000 to $12,000. So you better be a good negotiator. You're probably not going to get one for sticker. You're going to pay some sort of premium. So that's the bad news. But you know, that's just the way the economic picture is now in the world. So everything's broken. So hopefully, maybe as the economy gets worse, you know, I hate to say that, but you may be able to negotiate better deals in the near future. So you might hold off a little. Unfortunately, don't hold off too long, because the 2023s are sold out. They're manufacturing slots. And so you're looking at ordering a 2024 and waiting, or taking something off the inventory lot, possibly paying a small premium. So anyway, that's my review. I hope you liked it and got something out of it, and I'll see you on the next video.